How you doing, my peeps? Remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Whoa, no, step on the go, no.
Today's hot topic is going to be, is marriage overrated? So say enough big things we're gonna talk about during the course of this video. So I'm inviting you all to just stay tuned and hear what this discussion is about. And peeps, remember to leave your comments in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed as yet. Alright, stay tuned. Yes, my peeps, so before I share my perspective with you, let us talk about some common beliefs in our society, some known facts, and I will also be including some statistics on this topic. Bear in mind that I may or may not do a part 2 on this video, and that all depends on the overall feedback that I get after doing this video presentation. Peeps, it is a known fact that people today are more content or more happier living single lives, or even engage in some form of what we call entanglement, are simply involved in some creative or unconventional forms of intimate relationships. It is so common and it is a norm today. It's nothing strange at all, especially in our Western world. And you and I both know what I'm talking about. Alright, my peeps, and the question is again, is marriage overrated? Let's take a look at some of the views of marriage today. Some persons view marriage as the perfect fairy tale with the happily ever ending kind of ending, you know what I mean? Alright, and you have some persons who think it is too much work. Yes. And you have persons who believe it is a little trap where the woman them use and trap the man them. Wow, yes guys. And I was actually able to speak to persons who see marriage as a lifelong commitment with love, respect, compromises, and building together. You know, all them good stuff there? Yes guys.
Public disclosure, guys, I am not married, neither am I a relationship expert, okay? So the information that I will be sharing is based on research, information I've gathered from speaking to persons who are married or unmarried, okay? Thank you all.
Alright, so back to my original thought. Now, I believe that people's concept of marriage varies from person to person. I also feel like marriages that I observed as a child are pretty different from marriages now. I may be mistaken. Again, I was younger back then, so of course I'll be seeing things through the eyes of a child. But let's look into this fact. Statistics are now showing that most marriages today are ending in a divorce, and I am wondering why. I am sure married people back then had marital issues, so and again I once had this acquaintance who said to me once that marriage today should change its vows to, instead of in sickness and in health till death do us apart, it should be in sickness depending, good health, well yes, and we'll end once we find a fault. Well, in reality, people have different reasons why they leave their marriage. People have different reasons. But because of the high level of divorce, separation and single lifestyle, a lot of persons now believe marriage is put on a pedestal and that it is all about the wedding day, having a pretty dress, wonderful floral arrangement, but nothing more behind that. Well, it is pretty obvious that the concept or idea of marriage has evolved over the years, and this is a global happening. But why? Well, some people believe that there was more sincerity and love in marriage back then in comparison to marriages now. Guys, I would love for you to comment in the comment section what you think about this. Marriages were more genuine, had more love back then in comparison to marriages now. Comment in the comment section on this, guys. Me nah lie, that's a lie. I really do beg to oppose that belief right away, right on track. Because if I should go back, way back in time, in Roman times, where a man would have his fiancée and then he would give her a gold and then an iron ring, and that would just be the symbol of commitment to his legal ownership of her, and that is definitely a financial transaction right there. So guys, so let's just admit it, this loyalty has always been in different forms, different era. It's not something that is only known to modern days or modern life, guys. This loyalty has always been, right? And that includes with marriage. Yes, guys. And we can now freely say that people marry for different reasons, right? People marry for different reasons. So guys, I was actually in a social media group where persons were sharing their thoughts on whether or not they think that marriage is overrated. Some persons were ranting, and there was this particular female from Texas sharing that marriage in the US is underrated, and those who thought it was overrated are not able to think outside the box. And then there was this lady who said that she's a senior psychoanalyst. Now, she was saying that the movie industry have us all mentally messed up when it comes to marriage, because it presents to us a fairy tale, forever happy kind of tale. So this made us believe that marriage is always overrated because of all these unrealistic representation of marriage. Yes, guys. There was this guy who was sharing that he believes marriage is overrated, and he has seen where persons view marriage as some type of achievement, some accomplishment, and he stated that he may be wrong, but marriage means something different for people individually. So, my lovely peeps, all right, now I really got some interesting viewpoints from three lovely friends of mine, and I must say, they were very interesting. Now, I gathered from one of my very good friend that marriage is not overrated simply because a lot of persons viewed it in a shallow way, and another friend of mine stated that marriage is not as relevant anymore in today's society, seeing that women are now saying that they're independent and don't need to rely on a man because we're all equal. She also stated a biblical viewpoint which recommends marriage as a good thing, right? Now, people who claim that they don't need anyone anymore is lying. Would you guys agree? We need each other to build a life and to share in our journey. And the final view that I'll be sharing with you guys is that marriage is not overrated. However, the society we live in right now look at marriage as a commodity. So people capitalize on it rather than focusing on what it really represents rather. Now, this is very interesting because here we're going right back to one of the points that I mentioned earlier, where people are not really focusing on the true meaning of what marriage is, but rather it's about the weddings, having a big crowd, getting an expensive ring, and showing off to your family and friends. So I really love this viewpoint. All right, and what was very interesting is when my friend actually mentioned that a lot of women have a biological clock for marriage, unlike men who are able to marry at any point in their life. Guys, do you agree with this? Please leave your opinion in the comment section on this specifically. All right, so this is my belief, guys, and I know that some of you may not agree with it, while other persons would be okay, but it's all right. Just leave your viewpoints in the comment section. Now, I believe that marriage is not overrated, guys, and this is what I mean when I say marriage is not overrated. It is a symbol of lifelong commitment to somebody, right? And being that you're committed to a human being, there is no way we should expect perfection. You are not perfect. I am not perfect. Nobody is perfect. So you're committing to somebody else that you guys will be together, and you will be willing to work through good times, bad times, times that are okay, times that are, in probably somewhere in between somewhere. And also, you are agreeing that you're going to journey with this person and build each other. Now, the event, which is the wedding, where get the ring, the flowers, the gifts, those are just the icing of the cake, the icing on the cake to top things off. But the important thing is the institution, which is the marriage. That's just my take on it. So, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching and tuning in. And please remember to subscribe if you have not. Thank you all.
That's what I've said. The blind must be led, the hungry must be fed. Hey yo, I'm looking.